Hey guys, what's up? So I'm back for another update of my 24 gallon nano, and just nothing too big, but there is something pretty cool that's happened in my tank recently. I just noticed it, and I just turned on the light, so as you can see, all the snails are out. There's a bunch of dwarf cirrus, and there's one of the nirates and a couple turban snails. But yeah, so I just turned on the lights. That's why everyone's hiding. Also, I took out most of the dead rock turned live rock and put it in the 75 gallon. Really, the only ones that I left in here, the only rocks was that one right there, and then the one in the back, which I turned over on that white side so I can get some color on that as well. And then you can see the coral eye nano. The external magnet that it's on the glass keeps falling off right here. This is what it looks like, and it keeps falling off. And so the coral eye kind of just swings and got kind of lodged behind the tiki head. So Cleaner Shrimp has been keeping it nice and clean because that happens to be his home. So yeah. Also, the biggest thing, first of all the fish are doing great. Everyone's pretty much doing great in the tank. But right there, all that stuff on the sand are all little baby dwarf cirrus snails. All those, because I have sugar fine sand, so it should be nice and smooth, but all those little bumps, I'm trying to, I'm trying to get close so you guys can see. Oh well, you guys can't really see, but they look like really small dwarf cirrus, and their shells are all like white and cream colored, and that's just really cool because I've really never had anything breed in my tank before, so that's really cool to see. And they're literally like, I noticed them like a week ago, and they were just everywhere on the sand, like covering every square inch of the sand, and I really didn't know what they were, and I looked closely and I realized they were all just baby snails. So yeah, I thought that was really cool. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But also the nitrates in my tank have still been high. Really, I've had a big issue, which I've talked about in many videos about with the nitrates in my tank. They've stayed around 60 to 80, which is way too high, and that's pretty much a lethal amount of nitrates. For a lethal level of nitrates for corals. So not even soft corals can really go in this tank. I would never really feel safe spending money on a coral and putting it in this tank because I just the nitrates are just way too high. The shrimps, all the inverts, all the fish have shown no ill effects from it, but I just don't feel like corals would put up with that very well at all. Neither would an anemone, which I've held off getting for a while now. Also, because the nitrates, because of the reason they're so high is because this tank, again, is the Nano Q24, and it just doesn't allow you, which I've said in a lot of videos as well, it just doesn't allow you to customize it or add anything or take anything away from it. It's just an all-in-one system, and I really, back when I bought it, which was over 2 years ago, I thought it was such a cool idea. I thought it was so smart of me to go out and spend the extra money on an all-in-one tank. It came with the lighting, the filtration, the rounded corners and everything like that. So I just thought it was a great, the hood that came with it. And I just thought it was a great idea to go out and buy this. Well, it turns out it's not very practical, and that's the problem. I mean, look at this. Here, let me show you. First of all, okay, looks like I did not even notice that my female clown has jumped into the filter. So I'll have to get her out after this video. She has an issue with jumping out of tanks. Just a quick note on there. Don't ever underestimate a clownfish, or any fish for that matter. They will jump if they have the chance. Most fish. But anyways, there's the space they give you to run cords through. A tiny space, and I'm running 3 cords through it currently. And I'm going to put you down for a second. I'm running 3 cords through it. Pretty much it's only 2, I guess you'd say, but I also have that really tiny thin one for the thermometer. but the other two are the return pump and the Coralia Nano. And even then, it's a really tight squeeze. I mean, they are packed in there, and that's obviously one of the issues, which could probably be resolved very easily. Making that space larger. But also, the fact is, the hood covers the entire thing. It's just all one. It's all covered by the hood. So literally, a protein skimmer does not fit in my tank. Back about a year ago, I bought the Marineland BioCube protein skimmer, which is pretty much the smallest skimmer I could find on the market at that time, and that did not fit in my tank. So it was just a complete waste of money, and it didn't fit in my tank. So I've been without a skimmer. This tank has really always been without a skimmer. Besides this short amount of time I ran that one. So that's obviously a big issue because, like I've said, protein skimmers are such a great and useful piece of equipment to have on your tank. That's a huge disadvantage for me and for anyone who owns this tank that this doesn't allow you to add a protein skimmer. Also, I can't add a refugium, which would be really nice to have. That definitely cuts down on things like water changes and stuff if you have the right amount of algae growing in there and stuff like that. So obviously, so no refugiums, no protein skimmers, no. I don't even think this tank would allow me to have a heater, which is obviously if you're out there living in those areas that get really cold. Luckily for me, the area I live in, it's always is very warm. It stays very warm pretty much year round. Even in the winter, it's still pretty warm compared to other places. So places out there that it stays cold. They obviously, that's a huge disadvantage having a tank that doesn't allow you to add a heater. So that's a huge issue. You can't add anything to it, and you can't take anything away. So yeah, basically, before I want to get to what I was trying to say here, I found a protein skimmer that might just fit this tank, and it's called the Slim Skim Nano by Hydor, and Mr. Saltwater Tank runs it on his 30-gallon Nano, and he made a review on it, which I watched, and he really recommends it. You know, it has all the great specs that I would want to have on a skimmer. You know, it's efficient, it runs really nicely, it's very quiet and doesn't make much noise, sleek, compact design, which I like, and so yeah, it's pretty much, and it's affordable too. So it just has all those great things that you'd want in a protein skimmer. So basically, it's about $120, I believe, something like that, from drfosterandsmithaquatics.com, which is where I order all my stuff, by the way, all my equipment and stuff like that. But anyway, so if the protein skimmer does not fit into this tank, I will be replacing the whole tank with the NanoCube 28 by JVJ, which is the newer model, which pretty much solves all the problems. But I'll talk about that in more detail in a later video, on the aspects of that tank and why I like that new model so much and what it does and why I like it. So I'll also be making a video of when I get the protein skimmer, and I'll of course be making a review on that. I don't know when I'll be getting the protein skimmer, but definitely look out for a video of that. Also, for those of you who've seen my newest video, my 75-gallon is set up and ready, so I will be getting a fish on my first 3 fish on Saturday. It'll be a school of 3 blue-green chromis. So if you're interested in that, if you've been following my channel and you have been following my 75-gallon build, please check that out. Also, I'm just going to be coming out with a whole new series of videos. Just, you know, all the time I'll be coming out with these videos on how to cycle tanks and how to set up new tanks, and just basically a whole bunch of videos concerning new tanks. Because, you know, and of course I'll be documenting the build process of my 75-gallon and what I'm running on it, and you know, the challenges I'm having with it and stuff like that. So really excited about it. Hope you guys are too. Please thumbs up the video if you like the video. Please leave a comment if you have any questions, suggestions, comments about the tank, about my video, about my channel, anything like that. Please leave a comment below. Any video requests, I do take video requests, by the way. And yeah, so subscribe please if you haven't subscribed, and those of you who have subscribed, I thank you again. So yeah, that's basically it, and new video will be coming out Saturday when I get the chromis, so look out for that. And so yeah, thanks for watching. Comment, rate, and subscribe. Thank you guys. Bye.